Las Vegas. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 24 carries, up over 130 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Has his man, that's James. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. A give to ETN running right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Jaguars at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Richie James, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You look at this Jaguar defense. Now, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same. but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Open man right side, Myers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, 40 yards. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3. Etienne once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And Lawrence now going to move him around. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And off balance slow there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
James has got it. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down. And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. But it could have gone for more.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Open man downfield is Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been...
The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On play action, Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And so we're into it over. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Down right around the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown Raiders! Michael Mayer from 21 yards away. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach in.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Lawrence from his end zone on 3rd and long. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation, run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A good return there, 17 yards. Now the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers,
touchdown! Devontae Adams, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They go play action now. Lawrence, he'll buy some time right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Play action. It's Lawrence. His pass caught at the 4. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator or not?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Yeah, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Richie James, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and 3. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. It's caught here by Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
For a right side, pulled in by Mayer. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The kick by Carlson is good, and with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Cote.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
73 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, so this is a first down.
Back to throw.
To the right side, here's Mayer.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
Down to the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Tackle made by Tyree Wilson.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right.
That'll be caught by James.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Another tote for Etienne.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Etienne.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. Back to throw now in his own end zone.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be brought down here.
Yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Throw left side complete. That's Adams. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's taken on the 25. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And they're going to speed things up here.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he gets this up past the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Lawrence. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Rolling to his right. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
They'll roll him out right. Now he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Once more, ETN.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Jaguars have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now out come the Jags. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Straight ahead, Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On third down, here's Etienne.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So the Raiders now down by 10, a little under 1:50 remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
He has Mayer complete.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, he'll drop to throw. He hits Adams complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll look to throw again.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. It gets it right back to Mayer.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding, offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business,